What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Celebrity Overdose. Working on the set of Euphoria has been known to be a difficult job from time to time, and one recent incident has caused a lot of controversy. In this video, we're taking a look at Barbie Ferreira finally talking about being fired from Euphoria. But before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Number 8. Future of Barbie. Just like with the last season of Euphoria, there's been a lot to talk about when it comes to the second season, and one of the main things has been the direction that Barbie's character has taken on the show. There have been several news stories about there being a lot of drama between Barbie and Sam, which might eventually lead her to being fired from the show. This future is not impossible to think of because the fans already know that Kat had a very reduced role in the season overall, and there wasn't much work done on her character. Could this be an indication of her removal from the show? Only time will tell. Right now, let's delve into a bit more detail about what was going on the set of Euphoria.
I'm so excited. I've been to a few act classes in my life, but they've always been really scary for me.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Spider-Man to come in and save the day. East Highlands
crossover episode.
Yeah. Euphoria meets the MCU.
Number 7. Toxic environment. When making a show that's as dark as Euphoria, things are bound to slip from the screen into the real world, and that seems to be the case with the production of Season 2. During the entire run of the show being made and its initial airing, one of the most talked about things was the fact that Euphoria's set had a very toxic work environment to it. These were not just rumors, and at one point, things got so bad that HBO themselves had to issue a statement regarding the drama that had been going on behind the scenes. They said that they were aware of the allegations, but they noted that not a single formal complaint had been filed with them. They even went so far as to say that the production was adhering to the safety guidelines that were in place. But this wasn't the only issue that had been plaguing the production of Euphoria, and there's a lot more that went on behind the scenes.
You rap on Hunter Schafer.
What?
Grab that fucking bottle. Now, go down with the whole bottle.
I don't want to drink.
The show really reflects reality in a way that gets people uncomfortable. And of course,
Yes.
I totally understand why people want to take care of.
Number 6. Rift between Barbie and Sam. One of the main things that caused a lot of trouble for the show was the fact that Barbie was not happy with where her character was going. This supposedly resulted in a rift that caused a lot of tension between her and series head Sam Levinson. If you saw the second season of the show and thought that something was a bit off about her character, this was probably the reason why. Due to the rift between the two of them, Sam supposedly changed a lot of the character work that he did for her, which is why during the show, Kat was all over the place. This argument over where the character was heading also caused Sam to reduce her screen time a lot, and you might have even noticed that she was barely in the trailer for the second season as well. There's no telling how this is going to impact her career moving forward.
It was trending every day, and it was something that was so spoken of and a cultural impact,
Yes.
which I think that's
Number 5. Relationship on screen. As we mentioned previously, there were a lot of things that were strange about her character in the show, but by far the most out-of-place thing was her relationship with Ethan. In the previous season, the two of them were shown to have some sort of a spark, and it looked like things were heading towards a good place, but in this season, fans noted that the two of them just had one notable scene together and very little development besides that. Fans also pointed out that the one scene that was actually present in the show felt as if it was completely out of place and that it should have been placed in a more fitting place or removed entirely. If she somehow makes it in the next season, it'll be interesting to see where her character goes next. Number 4. Walking off set. If you think that having arguments is a common thing to happen on set, well, if there had been just arguments, it would have been fine. But according to several reports, Barbie's arguing got so intense that she actually walked off the set at times. The people with knowledge about the situation said that at one point she didn't like what was going on with her character, and when she asked Sam to change things, he didn't budge on the matter, and this eventually led to her walking off the set. This happened during a scene she had been shooting, and when she had slipped one too many times, she had to be carried out of the set. If this is all true, then this does all point to the fact that there was indeed a toxic environment on the set. Number 3. Public knowledge from Barbie. After the news about her character being done wrong spread so far on the internet, even Barbie spoke out publicly. She said that in the second season, Kat's journey had been a bit more internal and a little mysterious to the audience. There are many reasons to interpret what she meant by this, but one of the easiest ways to do so is to think that she would have wanted a bit more screen time to show the audience some of that internal struggle. She also calmed down her fans a bit by saying that not all of the things that were being mentioned online had been true, which means that some things might have been blown out of proportion. Number 2. Long working hours. When shows get so much publicity and fame in a short amount of time, things are bound to go wrong at one point or another. What this meant for Euphoria was that actors had to endure long working hours on set in order to make the show as good as it could be. While that didn't end up being the case, as fans noted that Euphoria's overall quality dropped from the first season, this did put a lot of pressure on the people working there. This was publicly noted by Jacob Elordi, who's become one of the newest sensations in the Hollywood industry due to his role on the show. He said that he knew that he was working long hours, but that he was okay with it because of the fact that people like Sam worked twice as long as him. He also noted that Zendaya sometimes worked for 3 times as long as he did. Interestingly, Jacob wasn't the only actor to say this, as Maude Apatow also noted that they were shooting till very late in the night. Number 1. Barbie's desire for her character. Well, with all this talk about her not liking where her character is headed, the next question becomes, what does she want for her character? As it turns out, she's talked a bit about her desires for her character, and one of the main things she noted was that she would like to see her character's relationship with her own self. She also added that Kat's relationship with the internet and with her fans was one thing that she would like to see the show handle. She noted that such relationships hadn't been shown yet, which means that she's patiently waiting for all that to come to life. In her comments, she also said that she would like to see everything beautifully devolve as things often do on Euphoria.
Yes, Barbie, you're very natural. Even though, he wasn't so scary, he was struggling with his English.
These were some of the details about Barbie facing some hurdles on the show. All this certainly doesn't seem too positive for her character going forward, so let's wait and see what happens. This brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you don't miss out on our future videos going forward. And if you enjoy the content, then do let us know by smashing that like button. And as always, I'll catch you guys later in the next one, and until then, take care and goodbye.